Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's Tuesday review video, we're going to be talking about a brand new brand. This is AURIC Cosmetics by the famed Canadian YouTuber Samantha Ravndahl. So her brand launched earlier this year with two products, and I have both of them here. So this is the Glow Lust, which is sort of like a luminizer, and I have mine in the lightest shade Morganite. And then the other product is the Smoke Reflect, which is kind of an eyeshadow duo. There's a powder and a cream, and I have mine in the shade Temper, which is their answer to like rose gold. I am going to link Sam's video about her brand in the description box below, just so you can watch it if you want to learn more about it. But I just thought I would kind of let you know my thoughts to begin with, because I have been a fan of Sam for a very long time. Her channel, it didn't used to be called her name, it used to be called Battle Ash Beauty, because she had sort of like a brand with some of her friends, and at that point I was so young I didn't have a credit card, and I couldn't buy any of their palettes that they came out with, even though I really wanted them, and by the time I had my own credit card, Battle Ash Beauty was over, and the channel had been rebranded to be just about Sam. I just really like her. I feel like we could be friends. You know, she's got, first of all, a spotless reputation in the beauty community, because she's so honest, and she just tells it like it is, and she's never involved in any drama, because she's just too straight up for that. She's got a little bit of that, like, rougher around the edges personality that I think I do a little bit too. Maybe not so much on my channel, but in real life I definitely do. And it just makes her so likable and so real. Everything that I've seen anybody say about her as a person, like, she just has a great reputation. People love her, and I am one of them. Now, a lot of people, I think, maybe thought Sam was going to launch an affordable brand, but that is not the case. This is what would be considered a luxury brand. She even says that she thinks it's a luxury brand. Now, typically, as an Abby rule, I stay away from luxury makeup because I just can't rationalize the cost. Like, when you buy something that's by Dior, or Tom Ford, or Chanel, or even YSL, which is on the lower end of luxury, like, I just don't see how the quality could possibly warrant the price, because you're just paying for the name. Like, don't kid yourself. You're paying so that you can have a Tom Ford compact or a Gucci whatever, or like, I'm not that person. I don't care about high end, like that high end type stuff. But here's the thing: when it comes to Sam, you can't be paying for the name when the brand is brand new. You know what I mean? And for her to be a small business, she's going to have these more expensive prices as well, because she gets, the bottles custom made, and in her video she talks about how the bottles and the pumps are like custom made in Italy and then brought over, like, so that they could be more controllable and be clear, and they tested all these things, and it's just, you can really see, especially when she talks about it, that the thought and the work was put into this. And so it is because of that I was able to rationalize spending the money, because I would much rather support a YouTuber that I like who's starting a business rather than support a multi-million-dollar conglomerate probably owned by L'Oreal. You know what I mean? I also, right before I bought this, got a little check from YouTube, so thank you so much. Let's consider it that you bought these AURIC products for me, and also when I bought them, I didn't know that I was about to lose my job, so maybe if I had known then what I know now, I wouldn't have been able to rationalize it, but I did end up purchasing these products. All of that being said, though, like, how much I love Sam doesn't really affect these products, because she's not really here with me right now, and I'm just trying these products. They're very expensive. Are they worth the price? Let's find out. So we're just going to take the world's quickest look at these products ever on the AURIC website. So the Glow Lust costs $45 American, and it comes in, how many is that? 7 shades. I think when this product first launched and was on Trend Mood and that sort of thing, people thought it was a foundation, so they were kind of mad about the shade range, but it's a luminizer. It's not supposed to be full coverage. It's supposed to be just like a glowy product that you put on, so I think 7 shades is, and it's a great shade range, so I think she did great with that. It says, highlight, smooth, and hydrate for those who lust for luminosity. Packed with ultra-fine pearl and skin-loving mix of squalene, glycerin, and porcelain flower, this artistry-grade adjustable formula gives you instant radiance and hydration. It can be worn alone, blended with your favorite skincare, or used as a highlighter on top of foundation. And then we'll just go over to the Smoke Reflect really quickly. This comes in 3 shades and costs $39 American. A smoke show in a jar. Heads will turn with these eye-catching shadow duos. Create creamy matte or metallic glitter with 2 luxe formulas in a single gorgeous package. Under the top lid is a light-reflecting micro-glitter eyeshadow infused with high-shine pearls. Inside the glass is a smooth, long-wear, creaseless cream shadow. They're paraben-free, cruelty-free, gluten-free, artistry grade, all the good stuff. Okay, so I don't know how to talk about these at the same time, so we're going to talk about them individually. And we're going to start with the Glow Lust. So I have the Glow Lust in the shade Morganite, which is the lightest shade it comes in. Let's talk about the bottle first. So this is a really hardy bottle. I actually have dropped this on the floor multiple times. I don't know why. And each time I have been afraid for the floor, because I've just seen the floor go, whoa. So this is not a bottle you have to worry about breaking. And it is expensive, but I think you get more than an ounce in here. Yeah, you get 1.18 fluid ounces. So you're paying a little more, but you are getting more product. In her video explaining this product, she mentions that the lid is hard to get off. And as someone who always struggles with packaging, I heard her say that, and I was like, oh no. And let me just tell you, it is hard to get off the first time, but after you've taken it on and off a couple of times, it's much easier. So the very first time, I actually did have to go get help to take the lid off, but now it's okay. It is a very nice pump. It's a very controllable pump. And overall, I just really love everything about the packaging. I think it's really sleek. Like, it looks expensive. It's very clearly, like, custom made. I love it. And the product itself, okay, I have a couple of things that I don't love about it. Here's the thing. So I bought Morganite because it's the lightest shade, and it's supposed to be a light, cool beige is what it says. I still find, maybe it's because I do have, like, a gray undertone to my skin tone, but when I put it on, it has a little bit, it's not as clear as I thought it was going to be. It has a little bit of like a back pigment to it that I find to be very warm toned, and I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but I don't have anything on my face today. I didn't even powder, because I didn't want to affect it, except for this on my cheeks, and like, I get a little bit of like an orange here, like almost like it oxidizes, or it's just a little too warm. So I do only wear this with makeup. I don't mix it into my skincare or anything. I usually put foundation on and then this on top. This is my first time trying it by itself, and I don't know that I would do that again. It is a beautiful glow. Like, if you can see my cheeks, like, it looks nice. It isn't as intense as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be much more reflective. It is much subtler. It is more of a natural glow. Because I'm so pale, the back pigment is a little bit of a problem with me. I just have to make sure that the foundation that I wear maybe has a little bit of a warmer undertone to it, because I am so pale. And it makes me wonder how, like, I think of, like, you know how pale, like, redheads get when you think of, like, Merida? I wonder how this would look on her, because I think it would look a little orange. But on me, it's okay. I can work with it. And I love it on my high points on my cheeks, so definitely when I'm wearing foundation, like, I don't mind that, and I just think it does look glowy and nice. I apply it on top of my cheeks, and I usually blend it in with my makeup sponge, and I do think it looks nice. Out of the two products, I would argue that I think this one is probably worth the money, simply because you get so much of it, and you're gonna use so little of it. A little part of me kind of wishes I had got the next shade up, Selenite. I didn't get it because that one's supposed to be a little bit more like a pale gold color, and I thought it would be too similar to my Rare Beauty luminizer. And I still think it probably would have been very similar, but I think I might have liked that shade a little bit better. But I don't dislike this shade, and I don't regret buying it, and I will use it probably every day now that I have it. But I think my life would have been okay without it at the same time. So if you missed out on this because you can't afford it, don't feel bad. I mean, there are lots of great other luminizers out there. Like I said, I really like the Rare Beauty one. I always love the Ciate Letta Dewy Stick. You know that if you watch this channel. It's good. It's good. I don't know that Morganite is quite right for my skin tone, but the formula is great. It does do a fairly good job of sort of keeping this area of my face, especially if I don't ever powder anything over it. It keeps it hydrated, it keeps it nice, keeps it glowy. I just sort of look like I have healthier skin than I usually do. I just have to watch out on some of my paler skin spots, that sort of orangey tint that I can get. But overall, I'm trying to tell you that I like this product, but it's expensive, and so I do wrestle with that, but I think this one is worth it. The Smoke Reflect is the product of the two that I do struggle with a little bit more, because it is just an eyeshadow. Here's the thing, I really do like it, but my problem lies mostly with the powder shade on the top. So I am only wearing the powder shade today, and here's the thing, like, right after I got it, I had only used a brush in here. And it's kind of started to get that hard pan on the top. You know, like when it feels like you have to scrape off the top of an eyeshadow because there's like a layer of something and it won't let you through. But I had only used a brush in it, and it already started to get that hard pan. So that's why I started using my finger to try to, I don't know, like, I don't know what I did to do that hard pan, but then I was watching Jen Love's reviews video on this product, and she mentioned the same thing, so I know I'm not alone, and I just find it weird. Powder on the top really does not have a lot of pigment to it. It really is more just glitter, so you're seeing a lot more color in the pan than you will on your eyes. I think most of the beauty of this little eyeshadow duo is in the cream shadow. I find the cream to be just kind of, it's the stunner out of the two, but I just have a hard time rationalizing that price for just the cream shadow, you know what I mean? I do like it. It does dry down on my eyelids, and sometimes I have a problem with cream eyeshadows where they sort of pick up or they sort of crinkle in my eye crinkles, and this one doesn't do that. It dries down really well, and then if I put the glitter on top, you know, I get this really sort of nice, sort of mauve-y, rose goldy type eye look, which I really like. Sometimes, Sam had mentioned in her video, and I totally agree, that sometimes rose gold is too gold and not enough rose, so she put more rose in this, and I really appreciate that. It gives it a more sort of taupey look rather than just being straight up gold, and I just think this eyeshadow on the bottom is beautiful, and it looks, it's really nice. Like, I want to be clear that I don't regret buying it, but I don't know that I would buy it again, and I don't know that I would recommend it to you necessarily, because I do just think the price is so high. So the Glow Lust I like, and if you can rationalize the cost, go for it. I love it. But I would maybe be a little more hesitant with the double eyeshadow thing, the Smoke Reflect, that's what it's called, mainly because of the fact that I don't like the powder on the top. I just feel like if you're going to do a double eyeshadow, both eyeshadows have to be fantastic, and I don't think the powder is fantastic, whereas there are so many more inexpensive brands that do glitter toppers and that sort of thing way better than this glitter topper, you know? It doesn't have, it's just like a wash of some specks of glitter, and I want more than that from the powder eyeshadow, and it doesn't give me that much, unfortunately. I will still continue to use it because I have it, like, I'm not just gonna, like, stop using it, and I do love Sam, so I'm, of course, gonna keep it, but I don't know that I will ever buy another Smoke Reflect, whereas if she had a sale or something in the future and the Selenite shade was something I could rationalize buying because I got a new job and have lots of money, I might buy the other shade of this. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Will I buy any future launches from AURIC? Definitely not going to jump on them the way I did jump on this. That's another thing to mention, is that I do really appreciate the fact that launch day for AURIC went so smoothly online. You know, when ColourPop does a launch, it's my nightmare. I actually stopped, like, I give up. After Sailor Moon and Hocus Pocus, like, I won't do them anymore. Even Animal Crossing, I didn't even try for that, because it's infuriating, you know what I mean? Whereas this checkout process was very smooth, very easy. I really appreciate that. I don't know that I would buy a new launch from her again. I mean, never say never. If she had a really cool, innovative product that I was really interested in trying, sure. But if she kind of is building her, like, basics, I don't necessarily know that I would need, like, if she launches a bronzer or that sort of thing. Because Sam's joke is, you know, all of her favorite products always get discontinued, so she started her own brand so that she can make all her own products and then not discontinue them. So depending on what product she comes out with, that will obviously gauge my interest, but I don't know that I can rationalize the price again, especially when I'm not completely in love with either of these products. I like them both, they're just fine, but do I really want to just say, I like them both when I spent over $100 on two products together, you know? So that's the only disappointing thing, is if I'm going to spend that much money on two products, I want to absolutely be in love with them and be able to come on camera and be like, you guys have to try this! And that's just not how I feel. They're good, but it's just so expensive. You know, I'm just a small girl who used my entire check from you guys clicking on ads to buy both of these products, and I don't regret that, but it would make me think about doing it, you know, again in the future. Does that make sense? It hasn't bumped up my interest in luxury brands. Let's just say that. And anyway, I hope all of that makes sense. I truly did my best. And thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, and you subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed already, and I will see you next time. Bye!